How's it, my guy? How's it? On a Friday. Our first time shooting on a Friday, man.
And you dumb idiot, you posted we're shooting. Wait, the video's coming out on Monday. It's coming out tomorrow.
But what platform did I post it? That message on? I think on WhatsApp.
And on Instagram. I deleted my post. And then
but I posted on Instagram yesterday, I think.
And I already posted the episode 6 one.
Yes, man.
I'm one step ahead.
People have lives, man, that are out there when they're having a party of their life. We are out here.
Chilling in our new studio.
We couldn't wait for the Sunday, man. They must see it. They must see it. And we're even having 2 episodes before.
Yeah. We're shooting
2 episodes in a week.
Well, okay, not this one. We're not shooting this one. 2 episodes today. Shooting 1 today and then another one on Sunday.
Yeah, we love you that much, guys. We're trying to make up for this week's episode.
We don't ask questions. We don't say what we missed. We're just saying we're shooting episodes. Yeah, we missed a lot.
Yeah, man.
I don't have the mic can pick
but
this up.
we only missed this week's episode. That other one we shot we shot on the Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we shot it. Yeah,
we shot when our guest didn't have the time to make it to the podcast.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, hey. Let me introduce us, man. Let me introduce us because you
look how much water I've drank already. That scares me. Shit.
Thirsty motherfucker.
No, you got the snacks, man. We're loaded, you know.
You are thirsty physically and
spiritually. Oh, I meant spiritually. You shut up.
Yeah, Robert must get a girlfriend, man. Yeah.
This is the 6th episode this has been told to me.
Yeah, if you guys know anybody who likes this guy has a pack of them, a woman who loves.
We've become into our own dating site.
Yeah, guys, welcome to our podcast. Yet new podcast. This is my G and this is my guy, my B. So today you see why you always do the introductions?
This is why I have to do the intros. JB and Maji. Now you see, now I'm going to have to do a double intro. It was Satan.
This is why this guy always does the intros. And it's a Friday, guys. You must understand. I'm usually out drinking. You know, guys, how I usually hangovers on a Sunday. So I should be out there playing my pool, drinking something.
Yeah, I don't want to say the rest because he has a girlfriend and she is very educated in the medical arts. She will kill this man. She will go Walter White on his bunu.
Checking women out. But you know, they say, it doesn't matter where you get your groove as long as you pack at the right parking lot. The one at home, you know.
I've never had that in my entire life.
I'm telling you, they're saying that, man.
All I know is they say usually you can do window shopping.
And you know this thing of it is polygamy when they're together. When you are getting one, what is it? There's this with heterosexual, or what is it?
That is straight. Heterosexual means a straight man.
When you date the one person, when you are married to one person, I get that one is polygamy when they are more than 2.
Where would I know this stuff? Does it look like I'm educated at all?
I'm tired of being the informative one on this episode.
This is why you're here. I am just the guy,
and there's a term for it.
In all honesty, he could have run the podcast himself. Let's just be honest. He could have run it himself. He does all of it. I'm just here to eat the snacks and drink water. I supply it as well, but I don't have to drink it. I just go with the flow, such is life.
You complete me. Let's get
drunk. Oh, baby. What about the keys? You haven't even told them what the name of the episode is.
Oh, hi. My apologies, guys. Today's episode is very serious. Don't mind us starting with the jokes and stuff.
Where is it serious?
I miss this guy. This guy, he was a day off. And I felt bad. This guy is leaving me behind.
I left at my 11 o'clock.
Not even 12. And I'm not allowed to leave before 12. This guy, I'm saying, this is because I'm black.
And you still haven't told them the name of the episode.
Yeah, guys, we are discussing spirituality. I think it's a very serious topic. It is a very serious topic, man.
No.
You don't want to discover yourself, the truth, the purpose of life.
Do you know what? I only searched one thing, the meaning of spirituality. It means you believe in a higher power or you get your power from something, such as you believing like in the earth and the universe and that stuff. And
yeah, that's actually the definition of spirituality, that they believe that there's a higher power than what you are.
And such as me that is
And we are all
semi-religious, that believes in the one above.
Yeah, they say we are one with the plants, animals, and everything. So that higher power is what unites us.
You know, this isn't even the original vape I used last time.
What flavor is it today?
No, it's still the same flavor. It's just another vape. I lost that other one as well.
You bought another one?
No, I just lost the other one. I don't know what it is. This is my additional spare one. Actually, it's my brother's one that it's an old yet new. He donated it to the Old Yet New podcast.
I'm going to sit on the mattresses on your funeral because of that vape. He died so young. He had so much potential. He had so much potential.
Oh yeah, and we actually have to celebrate today because we officially have over 50 Instagram followers.
Yes, and we are in your new studio. Our studio looks so cool, man.
It took me like,
looks so cool,
if you only knew.
When I was arriving there, checking out from the back there, I was like, yo. Because I always wondered how are you going to use the lights, even though when you were telling me you're going to use it on those bulbs.
So guys, for educational purposes, this isn't our original studio that we're going to use. We had a room and whatnot.
I like this one though.
But what we were going to do in the room wasn't going to work because of the certain things that were in the room. Because it's actually just a spare room I have that I throw all of my cock in. But with the stuff I had in there, it was going to be very difficult. So I was like, shit, we have the braai area outside. In here is actually a braaier, so we have another episode planned, but you'll see on Monday what we're going to do. But anyway, so yeah, this is our LAPA / the Old Yet New studio. I'll get us some, like an LED that'll say Old Yet New podcast, maybe there on the side.
I like this one.
No, I like this one as well. This is definitely, if I ever have to move, I'm rapping.
And it's because it's going to be hot, most it's summer. There are seasons that you're approaching summer. Most of the time it's going to be too hot to even stay in that studio. So we'll use them interchangeably.
I'm not fucking interchanging anything.
I'm Bounty. This is my right. You're not gonna oppress me in front of the viewers.
I was the guy with our cameraman and an additional staff member that became staff member overnight. I had to clean this place. Nah, Mampara. I'm not changing anything for a phone call. This is our official studio. The only time we'll change anything if we change the camera angle to that window.
Yeah, I love this one, man. I thought you said we're gonna go back and use the bathroom. That's why I was.
No, not at all.
My patriotism.
No, not at all.
I mean, I like this one. Hey, man, we're gonna use this one only.
No, the thing is, it's because it's we can use it for much more than one thing. Because I mean, if we have another guys chat or anything that I will have to do age restrict again, fucking David, then we can braai. And I mean, if we need to get serious, we'll have a suit. And I mean, if we have to have guests, we have more than enough space for them to at least sit here.
And we want one guest at the time. We don't want to be overpowered. We have the majority in role.
Yeah.
And when we are 3, we have 66%. When they are 2,
we are fucked.
I saw that episode, that one we had with your brother and David. They had too much power over the founders.
We were just sitting there.
Over the founders. Now, one.
We'll have one preoccupied braai, then we'll do a chat with one.
Then they'll switch places. When they are together, sitting together, they even discuss between themselves. They exclude us. We don't want that anymore, man. But yeah, as we say, But I think spirituality takes precedence over religion, because obviously there were spiritual practices before people start believing in religions, because most of religions, they are based on lives of historical figures, like Christians believes in Jesus, the Muslims in Muhammad, the Buddhists in Buddha. Yeah. So there was life before those historical figures.
And then gift in grass.
I don't believe in the grass. I believe you are connected with everything, man. Even that vapor that you are smoking, there's an exchange of energy there. So I had this Buddha, the Buddhist, and the Hindu. Hindu was the first religion before the other religions. I was like, yo, why is it not as famous as the other two? Because the most famous is the Christianity and Muslims.
It's a very difficult thing to say because I saw the other day as well how we and our Christianity and people that believe in Islam, how it's actually very connected because they believe in Allah and Muhammad.
Yeah, I think they're just using those name interchangeably.
And that's the thing. I saw some people went back like with the Jewish terms and whatnot for God, and they found something that's similar to pronouncing it like Allah. It's spelled differently, but it's like Allah or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still basically saying Allah.
And they say the Muslims or the Judists, they still believe that there was a person called Jesus, that they just describe him or include him differently than they use in the Bible of Christians.
It's actually very interesting to think how.
Because I thought it's only Christians who believe in Jesus, but when I was reading
and then the people of Islam just believe in
they
Muhammad.
acknowledge that there was someone who was Jesus who was born for a greater people.
And it's quite
But
interesting.
they're not basing their religion on
Him, yeah. It's on Muhammad and Allah.
Yeah. I mean, I found it so interesting because I thought Jesus was only for Christians, man.
Christians and Catholics and
Yeah.
but they're still the same thing. It's quite interesting how one religion is split up into so many, because I mean you get Catholics, you get Roman Catholics, you get Christians, you get then I was like, even us in town we have like 4 different churches and each of them do Christianity a different way.
Yeah, that's what is confusing me, man. Because I was also a Christian Muslim. But I realized because they are reading the same book, why do they have different practices?
Because each and every person has a different interpretation of the Bible.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me to say. I don't know the Bible that well.
And they believe that is one of the roots of problems. That because there is more than you that exist in the world, there will always be problems. Because you might look at this thing and think and feel different about it. I might look at it and feel and think different about it. And we'll never feel the same thing at the same time. And
then people tend to argue because it's not the same thing. That's a cock thing about religion. That's why I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person. I guess you can use it in a sense because sure, I believe there's a higher power out there or existence of one, possibly, maybe. Hesitance I have. But it's I don't know, it's impossible to think, I don't know. I mean, for your entire life you believe that there is a greater power. So just imagine, I mean, even with you believe we're in touch with nature, but what about a person that doesn't believe in anything at all? And I'm not blaming atheists or anything, because I mean, for a good while of my life, I've never believed in anything as well. But it's kind of weird to not have a spiritual connection to something. Because I mean, imagine waking up every morning and just knowing you exist.
And there's nothing that you are connected to.
I mean, if I were you, I mean, it's still very nice because I mean, you wake up and you feel you're part of the universe is part of you. You roll together. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, sure that the power of Christ is there with me. I go on with my life.
Yeah, I understand.
Buddhists wake up, they
do
their meditation and stuff to feel closer to Buddha. Same with people of Islam. Same with people with a Muslim religion, where the connection we have to something spiritual is actually quite religion based and or spiritual based is actually quite amazing. I just feel it's weird not thinking that something like that could exist.
I think it's also weird, but I think it's also part of the journey of self-discovery, because that person has to experience life as he wishes to experience it before he can realize that there's a higher purpose than everything. Because as he experiences life, he will see that there's some things that happen that he cannot explain. Because I think that is the root of religions and spirituality. Because there are some things that happens in this lifetime and you cannot even figure around on your head, because it is beyond your understanding or comprehension. Or how can such things happen?
We had this very interesting thing, me and the previous pastor, we had at the church in Markwart. While I was doing, excuse the Afrikaans, because I don't know what the word is in English. I know there's a word for it.
That I cannot even...
It's called catechese.
Yeah.
So it's when you become, or when you're 17, you do Bible study and stuff, and then become a member of the church. So if you get married, you're allowed to become I think it's married, whatever, community in or out of property, whatever it might be. But you can do it at the church.
Oh.
So let's say I did it in the, and this is not true, I did it in the NG Kerk, and then my wife maybe did it in a AGS Kerk, I think it's called the
A
AGS.
different church to
Then
us.
we're allowed, and she did a catechesis in that church, so then you're allowed to either get married there or get married there. But it's also a large thing for people to argue about. Because imagine now, your family is part of the NG Kerk. Your girlfriend's family, or wife to be, her family has been part of the AGS. Now you have to choose a church to get married, and that family wants that church. That family because of the way they were taught up, and then you're caught in the fucking middle because of two families arguing. But now that's besides the point. So the pastor there was like, "How would you explain faith? How would you explain faith?
to other people?
What is faith? What is faith? What is faith? How do you explain faith?"
Is believing that everything happens for a particular reasons. That's what Christianity and other religions are using as their basis of their religion, because that's what they explain. They use it as to explain some of the things that is beyond their comprehensions.
Okay.
Certain things are gonna happen because there's a greater power above us.
Now let's take this into thing. I follow some parts of Christianity. My friend Muhammad follows Islam. Two different religions, two different faith-based things.
Yeah.
How do I know I'm following the right religion, and how does Muhammad know he's following the right religion?
That's the controversy that got
And
me away.
that's how he tried to explain faith to me. So I'm like, okay, well, what does this boil down to? And he tells me, have you watched Indiana Jones? I'm like, yeah, I've watched it before. He says, remember that thing with the boulder that falls down, and
Yeah.
Indy just jumps and hopes that he catches a ledge?
Yeah.
That is faith. Because you're just
throwing
diving
yourself out there.
you're just diving into, you don't know, it's either you fall down till you're dead, or you might be lucky and grab onto something. That's the best way to explain faith. So it was very quite interesting for me, for a pastor that teaches Christianity for a living, that and tells me, you'll never know whether you're believing in the right faith or he's believing in the right, or that faith exists or religion exists at all. So he was like, faith is just basically you standing on a ledge,
And throwing
jumping
yourself in there,
to the
hoping
front,
there's something
and
that will
hoping you
catch
grab. Yeah, that's quite. And I was like, yeah, that's actually the
I
best
also,
one.
when I was researching, I realized that it's one of the difference between spirituality and faith. Spirituality and religion. The religious people follow more the path of believing that I might be throwing on myself out there. There's God out there. You're gonna catch me during my bad days. I have a faith that when good things happen, it's because of Him.
And then if a bad thing happens, they tend to blame him or whatever the higher power might be for everything. Then, so it's a dumb thing to think about.
When spirituality is actually based on self-discovery.
Do you know what's the dumbest thing for me, ne? And a lot of people might not agree with me, but like if a person, and I saw this myself with my mom being in hospital, a person tends to forget that there's a doctor that looks after the person while they're in hospital, and then a person's always like, oh, thank God for that. Thank whoever it might be out there for protecting my child or protecting my mother. And I was like, I'm sure whoever the higher power is, they did their part, but I'm thankful for the doctor that at least had the knowledge to look after my mom. So I feel people tend to forget that doctors and or nurses and psychologists and everybody with a PhD related to something that is in a medical research
The cause and effect part of life, man.
Yeah.
Because even if you are going to write an exam tomorrow, you just can't have faith that you're gonna pass that.
No, and not study the night before.
No. And spirituality says that they believe in karma, must everything has a cause, everything has an effect.
Exactly.
You can actually apply it because if you want to pass, you must have a course. Your course will be, I must study, I must do this.
Exactly.
And the effect will be passing. So just having faith that you're going to pass tomorrow without actually doing
that is jumping over ledge knowing there's nothing.
Yeah, man. You see? That's just jumping knowing that there's nothing while you should be doing the groundwork.
Yeah. It's actually interesting to think. And it was a very smart topic to choose, and I mean, you chose it, and I'm not sure why you chose it. You could have gone with so many simpler topics. But anyway, I actually have a tattoo of karma. So you saw the on my foot, I have 2 tattoos: the Viking ruins on this side, and then I have a small tattoo that's like a triangle up and a triangle down.
Yeah.
So that is karma. It means what goes around comes around. For some reason, I have it there. I don't know why, but I have it there.
And your tattoos are so nice, man.
But I'm getting me and Lebu and Choco spoke. There's a tattoo artist in Senegal. That's maybe next month we'll get him to come to Marquardt, and then because I need to get a touch up on this one, and I do want to get 2 additional.
Why do you want to cancel that? That's actually two of life, man.
It was my drunkenness, but I'm gonna replace it with pi. So I want to replace it with like the letter P, and then in the P there's a grove there. Like it's gonna look like a P and the I combined, but the I is invisible. So it's actually quite cool. I think I still have a photo of it on my. Well, we're using my phone to record it now, but I still have a photo. It's actually quite nice. So I'm gonna keep the irrationality of life, because I mean, this was the irrationality of life at its best. And then I wanna maybe see if I can get something on one of my forearms, but it's gonna have to be the left arm, and then. Yeah, but I mean, that's also something that people tend to, hey, these old Christian tannies. And while I was chatting like with my mom, and I was like, you know, me and Maji, we're just gonna make fun of old Christian tannies, and she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and she's like, you guys should do that. I'm like, yeah. But the thing is, people tend to use religion to blame others, and I feel that's also not right. Well, if you're a spiritual person, you're just surrounding yourself with the hype. Just because, Muna, I got a lot of blame and a lot of cock thrown in my way because I got my first tattoo. And the first tattoo I got was a religious tattoo. Because I mean, like I told him, God moves mountains. So we had this Christian teacher, very religious teacher in school, and then she found out about my tattoos. And the weirdest thing was her eyes were, permanent makeup. Yeah, it's tattooed. So you're throwing shade at me while you have permanent makeup, and it's not like it changes the type of person you are. No, that goes to you, Mr. Becky Taylor. Hey, I'm a gangster, you know.
That's what I find less appetizing about religion in general, because they like to exclude others and be judgmental towards others for acting different or being in a particular way, while spirituality in general is promoting inclusivity and peace and love.
I cannot tell you the amount of, because I used to work at a grocery. I used to work at a grocery store, was now Save-Right and Sterk, and then the people come in, and then because then I had already a few, like I had these 2 already, and I think this one here, so I had these 3 tattoos, and then the people like, oh, you hit with a wet newspaper, and I'm like, yeah, well, that wet newspaper costs money, son. And I'm like.
That's the thing, man. Why do they like to impose their beliefs and
they want to bash you with it
on other people? Because there's no guarantee that or whatever their practices and their beliefs and their acts
might be the right one or might even exist at all. There's no
guarantee.
Be spiritual. Believe what you believe in, but try to accept the person next to you.
Because spirituality in general, they believe that there's different paths to nirvana, man. To enlightenment. Exactly. They don't discriminate against Yanas trying to discover himself during this route or using that route. Yeah. Because they know, man, we might be all on different paths, but they are all leading towards the same people.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we all, or I wouldn't say all, but at the end of most of us, want to reach whatever your end goal, which might be heaven or whatever it is you believe in. And then others like you just want to become back part of the universe and then get reborn again, such as life.
That's why I told you, man, I really believe that we are all just energy experiencing itself in different forms. Because, one practical example that I can use is that when you see that you just cut, let's say, cabbage or carrots, if you just cut them and leave it there, you're going to see them that they will die without saving any purpose, or they might become manure to make the soil even richer. But that energy that after cutting it, even though it may die, when you consume it, that energy, you're going to give you more energy that you're gonna get more energy from consuming it.
Exactly.
So I think that energy that was within the carrot is moving through you to give you more energy, even though you're gonna pass it through to another
life form. And I mean, even if we die, because I mean, we die, we get put into the soil.
Yeah, and we become manure, and
we become manure, and
things will grow from you.
Bugs feed.
The worms, they'll feed from you, and they will even die.
And at the end of the day, the worms come out. The worms get eaten by a bird, for example. The bird gets eaten by this, or that gets eaten by that. And at the end of the day, we might become human again.
That's why I support the thing of reincarnation so much. That I think, even though I might not be reborn in another galaxy or another planet or another country or another province, I think I might be reborn in moving my energy to another particle and stuff, becoming something in a plant, an animal or something.
That's actually nice to believe. Like your energy and your what will never ever die.
There's no way that your energy is going to die and just dissolve and just go poof.
But I mean, that's the same thing with people that believe in religion when they pass the soul, which is in actual fact just their energy leaving their body into nirvana, as you said. I like that.
This other person on Twitter, I'm gonna ask a very interesting question, because I get these people always say when you die you are either going to hell or heaven. They ask, what guarantee do you have that God is in heaven? Because he existed before heaven. Where was he staying before?
Exactly.
That thing cracked my mind. I was like, for real, man, where was God living before he created heaven?
And there was another thing that we had this Bible study thing, and then the people were like, why? And I'm not sure if it's true. Viewers out there, you can assist me with that but the people say, why hasn't the Garden of Eden been found?
After so long.
In its natural beauty and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because people tend to say, when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the Garden of Eden, it was like a supplementary heaven. Like heaven, like, they say in the book, I think it's a book, it's called Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
There's 7 or 6 levels of hell. There's 7 deadly sins, 7 levels of hell based on each and every of the deadly sins.
Yeah.
Who says there isn't like maybe 5 or 7 levels of heaven? Like maybe the first level.
You're going to heaven, but you're going to
maybe the first one might be you're going to the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
And then maybe progressing through heaven or something like that. And that was quite interesting for me to think about.
It's very interesting, man. Now that you have told me about it, it's very interesting. I'm telling you, man. Because there's some of the things that makes especially Christianity, because most of our lives we grew in South Africa. In South Africa, the most practiced religion is Christianity. It might sound that you are taking Christianity, but you are not taking it. It's the one that you are more used to.
Yeah, because I mean,
we don't have as much information about other religions.
I think maybe next time when we might like do a part 2 of spirituality, and we might get someone with a different mindset.
And different religion and stuff.
I mean, because I mean, that's also something to think about. Because I mean, both of us, we both actually have different religions. I mean, like I said, Gift is agnostic. I think it's agnostic.
Yeah.
Not believing in God, or let's say not believing in a religion, but believing a higher power exists or something like that.
Yeah, that you are all connected to each
other.
Yeah,
and I believe I wouldn't say fully Christian to an extent. And then we might, I think that's something.
And we both have a history of being Christians and stuff. So when you are discussing here, we might be sounding that you are bashing Christianity. It's not like we are bashing it.
I'm not even bashing. I wouldn't say, maybe taking more to Christianity. But the thing is, even if we do research and everything, we still wouldn't know the full extent to what a person, how they follow their religion and whatnot. Because I mean, we might be saying something's wrong, we might be saying something's right, but at the end of the day, we live to learn. And I mean, I would love to have a guest here.
That's what I was about to say. This is also part of our self-discovery and stuff.
But one thing that I don't understand, and this is why now back to fucking religions. Yeah, I go away from the topic and I head back. The thing with spirituality, some people have the mindset spirituality cannot exist without being a religious person, but it can in total fact.
It can, because it existed before.
But now my question comes. What is the most powerful thing in every religion?
They believe it's God.
No, love.
Yeah,
love is the most
basic element they use in all religions.
is love.
Is love.
Like, And then why do people tend to separate themselves from religion instead of practicing the thing that their religion tells them the most, which is love?
And because when they are coming to someone who's practicing a totally different view that
and then they get angry and upset.
They get angry, they forget love about love.
And that was something the other day I had this big discussion as well. And I was like, you know what? People, the one way to solve every single sin or to fight against every single sin is love.
Yeah, man. That's why I base myself on believing that we are all connected. Because if I feel like I'm connected to Yanas, why would I want to hate Yanas or treat him badly or hate him when I think me and Yanas we are one? I won't treat you badly.
Never.
Even the plants, even the dog, because I believe a dog, me and the dog we are one. I'm not gonna mistreat it because I believe we are one. But if you come already with your practices and beliefs and
before even saying hello
and traditions and beliefs that tells you this is the particular way of living your life, you're going to hate it, something that is contradicting with those beliefs or practices that they have set for you.
I mean, that's also the one thing we've never, from day one of meeting you, I think we only learned about what we each other believed in the last 2 or 3 months. That's interesting though. But it shows you how good, and I mean, it's not like I'm gonna fucking Bible bash Gift and telling me you must believe in something like that. And it's not like Gift is gonna tell me, because I mean, a lot of stuff that Gift says, I actually feel it's very possible.
And a lot of stuff that you are teaching me about spirituality and religion, sometimes they are so eye-opening because you sitting there or lying on your bed thinking about the things that we discussed during the day and think,
I don't think when I'm in bed.
Now that's the time I think, because that's when my mind is quiet.
I just do my forearm. Left and right. Shit.
That the IT guy said you are trying to make your head feel different that night.
Yeah, he says I must use the left hand. Have you never heard of it's a joke they actually say, they say you should sit on your left hand and then it feels like
it feels like a completely different person.
He just says it feels like another girl, and I was laughing my ass off it.
And I think as well that's sex is one of the reasons that they introduced certain laws and practices in the Bible. That's what I like about religion somehow, because I guess at first people who used to be sleeping around and everyone, I think I told you the story about it before, that they believe that before there was a marriage and before it was indoctrinated in the Bible, I guess people used to fight for Vikings. They are fighting for this kingdom, fighting against these ones to take over that other one. So the other king was going to scout on the other kingdom, whether they strategize what strategies they might use against the other. Then they realized that when they got there, the people of the other kingdom, they were even fighting amongst themselves because there was not enough food to be shared amongst them. So that guy thought, yes, that thing might happen to me, because if I keep letting these people sleep with anybody they want, anywhere,
it runs out. The food's gonna run out.
We're gonna have more people than the resources that we actually have. So he came with that idea, no man, when I go back to my kingdom, I'm going to tell them that I had this discovery when I was still in the mountains. I received this message from God. He said a person must be...
If you're saying the Vikings, you mean from the Allfather, which is Odin.
So he said, when he got to got back to his kingdom, he said that he got a message from the God, and he said one person must be married to at least one woman. And not at least, at most.
That's actually very interesting, because I mean,
so that they can spare the resources and they have enough to carry themselves over more years.
That's actually very interesting.
Because when they got there, he says he saw that, these people look so united when they're fighting us, but when they get back to the kingdom, they're still fighting amongst themselves. If there's not enough food, how are you going to survive?
Yeah, but now you're taking the magic out of marriage, Muna. Because I mean, out of all of the reasons that people should get married, you say, no, they don't have food.
So he decided when he get back, I'm going to tell them that I received a message from a higher power.
From the All-Father.
They must be married to one person. And if you restrict a person to one person, he can only sleep with that person only. So when they go work, he must return to sleep. When they're sleeping with everybody, they will even sleep with the person they are working with. And the farms, they will sleep with them, they will sleep with them. But they know, they place the rules, put the rules down. If you go against the rules, it's either we're going to kill you or you are going to hell.
They didn't believe in hell. No, they did actually believe.
And one of the differences about the spirituality and religion, they said the other one is more based on making people fear
the higher power than loving. Yeah, and I mean that's
and the
true.
other one is more on the loving side.
It's weird to think about it. It's very weird.
Because when using reward and punishment is one of the most common practices that governments, parents, teachers, everywhere.
How do I teach all of my? I don't teach them that much. I teach my dogs now and then. I'm guilty of that. They are the most fucking irritating things under the sun sometimes. But
and you also use that practice and punishment on your dogs.
That's how.
Because when they do nice things, you're gonna feed them.
I have to because
sometimes you have to. Hey, winner, go away.
But I mean that's because if I teach the dog, let's say now they have to sit. No, let's leave sit out. That small Jack Russell, Guff. So I'm trying to teach him to if I say sukum, he must attack whatever the thing is. So now I'm lying on the bed and then Guff is on there. Then I'm playing with my blankets and I'm like, then he bites I hold the blanket like this and starts biting me. And then I have to tell him, stop. And then he immediately has to stop. If he doesn't stop, I shoot him with
and they will know
and then he knows
this is gonna happen
so now,
if I don't stop.
Now I he's it's okay. I'm like he bites and I'm like Guff, stop. He moves back, reward him with a pet. Thrive. As soon as I say sukum, he starts to jump again. So now I just have to take it from there to the next level, which it might be now like something small.
They say that's the exact principle they are using on us, man.
And it's true. It's actually,
because they make you, the more holier you act, the more deserving you are for going to heaven.
And that's
the less good you are, hell, you're gonna bear like for eternity, Baba.
And in the meantime, people don't always know what happens in the shadows. Because I mean, I might portray myself as this holy person that goes to church every Sunday, but as soon as I go home, I beat my wife.
Yeah.
So,
or you abuse children, or why are they always abusing when there's always cases of them raping little boys and stuff? This church, what's going on with that?
With
why are they so associated?
Pope.
Why are they so associated with being what's the term? Pedophiles?
Yeah, pedophiles. I don't know.
I don't understand it. Why would you go for a kid?
The guy that does all of the research doesn't know.
To us that you are a virgin and sleep with other women or sleep with prostitutes. Why do you go for kids now? Why do you go? You are going to the worst one ever. Then we will forgive you if you claim to be a virgin, but we find out you are sleeping with women in secret. We'll forgive you. Well, you may. But if you claim to be a virgin, now you go back and sleep with little boys. Hi.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And it's the same thing. I mean, that's the exact same thing that people tend to. And now this is a true story now. Not that I lie on the podcast, but this is an additionally very true. And this is an extract from the Bible. Now, if I might be wrong. I'm not even going to say might. I'm not wrong. So, these people, and I can always come back to tattoos because this is something I wasn't abused, but this was cock. I was told cock about this for my entire life. Is they take one thing from the Bible, one extract, maybe 2 sentences, and then they revolve everything around. If you just read,
they make it serve their purpose, or
and it's like 2 sentences. But if you read
push.
the entire whatever that the entire paragraph. When they say about the tattoos, they were talking about the people that were marking the dead bodies to see who they would, or they used to tattoo the eyelids so that they could see and know each other afterlife, in the afterlife. And that's when they said was wrong. Getting tattoos like this is not a way of means of knowing who I am in the afterlife. I get it for whatever my purpose. Because I mean, I get tattoos for good and I get tattoos for bad. I don't have any tattoos that don't have meaning. All of them have meaning. But I mean, even if you get them without meaning, it's still fine. I don't care.
But have you realized they're starting to embrace people with tattoos and different fashions and in churches?
That's
now?
at least nice.
It's not strictly wearing formal and behaving tats.
You
Because I see on TikTok and other social media platforms, there's pastors now with tattoos and guys wearing cool stuff, chains, but in church.
Yeah,
because the way we were
your style does
raised,
not. The style does not represent the type of
yeah,
person
man.
you
I
are.
realize when I look in American churches that
Bloody shit.
they are shining, they're moving away
You-
from making it so formal and so exclusive that most people are gonna feel more comfortable in church.
Exactly. But I mean, the religion that I really respect a lot is the Muslims.
The Muslims, those that are very devoted, man.
And I mean this, and I saw it today because we were in town, and then I know the Muslims have a certain hour on a Friday when they pray, and we have the mosque there at the back, and I was like, and we were looking for super glue, and then because we had to put up the lights, and then we went to USafe, and we saw 35 rand, Muna, for one single tube of super glue. I shat myself, and I was like, not a fuck. We're not buying this. Walked out. And we're like, let's check from the store across at Price Master. And the shop was closed because we totally forgot. It's when they are praying. So we got the super glue and we drove. And when we drove past the mosque, we saw all of the cars. And I was like, that is actually so amazing to see people devoted to their religion until a very, very, very strict
About their religion.
a very strict point. So I was like, and if we as people as Christians just learned to, I wouldn't say to be strict, but at least to understand your Bible and at least read the entire thing before attacking someone.
The thing is, don't be contradictory to what your Bible is telling you or teaching you.
Exactly.
Because if you become contradictory to it, us people who are looking from the outside, how are we gonna even start to take you seriously? Because you are living double lives now.
Exactly. This guy shouts at me with religion, but he's the one guy that's drunk every Saturday. People are weird things gift.
This friend of mine when has this quote of his that he says, embody your philosophy. Don't tell people about your philosophy. Just embody it. Live it. When I see Yanas is living this way, man, he's not even telling me or trying to convince me to be like him. He's just devoted to whatever he believes is right.
Let your philosophy shine.
Your way of life. Your way of life, man, will tell us, man, this is a good man.
And I mean, if this guy wants to follow the way of life, I'm like, yeah, sure.
He's gonna follow, man. Because as people, we live to learn from each other. When we see this thing is working for this guy, I also want peace, happiness, and stuff. If I see these practices that this guy is doing every day, and the way he lives his life is leading him to being
a much more happier person.
Yeah. Why not?
And that is spirituality, man. That is spirituality.
That's spirituality, man.
I feel a bit buffer, you know. There's no gym gains yet. One of my legs are sore until now. Like my legs are sore.
You're getting bigger by the day, man. You're getting bigger by the day.
Body.
And the question is, man, why do they keep updating their books and stuff so much, man?
Like with the Bible.
Because there's higher chances of totally taking it from what the original text was.
Exactly.
Meant to be.
But if I'm not mistaken, the Quran hasn't changed one bit, and the Bible has gone through 700 different ways.
And when they're taking out some scripts, they are changing others. I think as the society changes, they are trying to make it more adaptable to us. But
I don't know.
And what makes it makes us so oppositive towards Christianity is that most of it, when it was used to push horrible agendas, because it was believed that the British, it is the book that they used in most countries when they invented that. We give you this book,
also,
follow the rules.
Also in America, they try to convert the native Indians to
Christianity. And if you are already hating on me, why would you give me a book that is going to enlighten me and
why are you giving me a book that wants to change the way I live and I believe and whatnot? And I mean,
And you just came from the first lens, you hated me.
yeah.
But you are trying to give me a book that saying I must practice love when you are not even practicing it yourself.
Oh, that's a very, very powerful thing you just said. That's actually, I'm keeping that. What you just said now, I'm keeping that. We will trademark it. Why are you giving me something that revolves around love, but not showing the love that you're trying to bestow on me? I like that.
Yes, man.
I like the cheese curls as well.
Yeah, so nice, man.
You know how much they cost?
How much?
4 a packet. I bought it from my tani.
And have you tasted the one that comes off the little kid's mouth? And it by mistake, they will eat them and put them inside the bag. And you usually look at your parents, right, they're watching, oh, I'm going to steal some. Then you take that one by mistake. Then you want to kill yourself. For Jesus, man.
Tani, what type of mazimba do you eat?
Why did I take a wet one, man? Yes. Hey, man, it will disgust you, man.
Now I don't want to even finish this.
Because, man, I think they always ban them for little kids. And you'll be sitting there like, I'm not getting bought these things because I'm 20 years. I'm going to let my parents, when he looks the other way, I'm going to still, yeah, man. And he's still the wet one, man. Yes.
No, I don't want to eat it again. I really like the LEDs we have now. We can
No, what I believe is, religion is just a branch of spirituality. It's just a branch within spirituality, man. Because underneath the different types of spirituality, there is this one they call authoritarian. So those people who are practicing such a form of spirituality, they are following certain rules and beliefs and practices to be religious. So I think it's just a branch of the whole tree. Because within spirituality itself, there's different branches. There's people who are following authoritarian type of spirituality, the ones that are following certain rules and beliefs to practice their spirituality.
Right.
And there's those ones that follow the type of servitude. They believe in saving others, that by saving others, they are saving their higher purposes, and it's giving them peace and love, man.
Nah, I don't care. I just like the LEDs. And this entire thing that you've just explained, I only heard the last part you just said, serving themselves to serve a higher power to...
Believe me, I get it. I'm saying that there's a different branches within spirituality.
Yes,
they say the other one is that one of authoritarian, where they are believing in following certain beliefs and practices. So I think religion falls under that branch, man.
Right, you're still missing the point. Look. Purple. Look.
I like that one that has a lot of colors at once.
Look. No, fuck, not strobe. Fade.
Yeah. I think it's this
I like
one.
playing with the lights. I don't have
that one, man.
I don't have this one in my room, but I always put it like this. This is my load shedding notifier, because as soon as this dies, I know, fuck.
It's load shedding.
I can also hear the fridges dying, but I mean, I like this because it's very nice. Thank you, Eskom, as well, for giving us 12 hours, how many hours? 4 hours of no load shedding. We do appreciate you. And then also, Eskom, I hate you as well, because you gave me the total 2.5 hours of load shedding this afternoon. I'm not sure if you noticed. They actually gave us 2.5 hours. They put the power off until
Okay.
Fuck, spider. Until 4:30.
I didn't realize it.
Oh yeah, you didn't realize, because I mean, at work we have
that
the UPS, so it runs. I actually almost thought of coming back to work when the power went out, because we were busy. Because I really didn't think the power was gonna go out. I had faith it wasn't gonna go out, but I jumped straight into a swimming pool because it was Eskom. So while setting everything up, like, I'm not lying to you, we just wanted to test. We just took the red lead in to plug it in. We plugged it in as soon as we just said, we like checked around, and I was like, I like the tears were going down my chest. I was like, fucking Eskom.
It's you again. Bloody Eskom.
Oh, I've missed you so much. I hate Eskom. I don't have anything against the people that work for Eskom. I just hate the person that flips the switch.
I have something against them. I hate you too.
He has a personal agenda.
They are here to serve us, those people, man.
I don't know. Load shedding sucks.
They are there to serve us.
This thing hasn't been charged now for like 3 weeks. Dude, I'm buying you a cigar now, and we'll smoke it on the podcast again. But we'll do it in the beginning because I want you to die before we head on to the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Let me reflect on my life because this is my last days. This is my life.
We're heading into the revelations.
And the other day, you remember I asked you, there's a person who's going to die. I feel it already. The switch is about to go off here. Or it just switches
I can honestly reply with, once again, this is personal opinion. It's not straight fact. Someone might disagree and someone might agree. Whatever it is you do, whatever you feel. So, the last week before my dad died,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's exactly what you say. They know the plug is gonna go off because we had a daily. I think I did say this in the other episode about mental health. Old Hit Me Podcast, catch it there. Episode, I don't know, but we did it. But anyway, now serious now. He became a totally different person. It was much more. He wanted to get stuff ready. Which was never necessary, stuff we never thought of. He wanted to get organized. He wanted my mom to buy groceries. He went to the farm to greet my grandparents. Greeted my grandma with like 3 or 4 kisses instead of like when we greet we were like when we greet my grandma like, and this has been like since we were like small. So he greeted her like that, and then he just, I think he only went to the farm, did like 1 or 2 things, then greeted my grandmother and my grandfather, and then came back home. And then I think a day or 2 after that he passed. But even that night before, like the few hours before he passed, we greeted him with a hug and a kiss. And I think that was, I'm not sure if your spirit or your soul realizes that. And like, it makes the person that's going to pass, the other people around them, realize something's going to happen, or your body realizes something's going to happen. But I mean, it's even like with cows that are being slaughtered. They're very scared. And I'm not saying it is true. I'm not sure, but like my mom used to work at an abattoir while I was in high school. So she always had this thing that she hated working there, but she loved working there because of, it was she used to be the hygiene manager or something like that. It was very science related. She used to love finding the stuff out and doing the stuff. But she said if she could do one thing, she would break out all of the animals that are there. Because she says she feels they can smell death.
No, they become so afraid.
They become afraid in the last 2 seconds. So I think maybe every animal, like even with dogs, this has happened to me because the one dog I had before he passed, and I loved that dog with my entire heart. Baloo, if you are out there, if your energy is out there, this goes out to you. I miss and I love you. But then anyway, so he was very sick, and then when it came close to his time, a dog, I'm not sure if it's every dog, but I know dogs do this. They tend to hide away from their owners. They go to a certain place and they die there.
So that they don't see.
The owners don't see it. And the owners
we never see our dogs when they are dead. We just arrive there and then the dog is dead. Even at my home there.
Yeah, he used to hide behind the couches and stuff for me not to find him or something like that.
Now that you are...
Even with my
you will see the dog that is about to die when they poisoned it or what. You will see it there, but you guys will never see it completely dead because it just stay there and say the whole time where he's poisoned.
And then if you leave,
then you come back and decide where it's going to go.
It's the same with my grandparents' one dog. We're still not sure what happened to this day. They went out because he was ill before and he had tick fever. Now tick fever does not mean an automatic death sentence to dog, but he had it came back. It was, I'm not sure what that word is. It's like having a certain illness, but it keeps on coming back every time. Even if you get healed, time passes and you might get it again.
It comes back over and over again.
So he had tick fever, but it used to do that. So the last time he had tick fever, he got it very bad. And then my grandfather walks 6 Ks every morning outside of the farm, checks the fields, and then comes back. The dog went with him. The dog never came back. They waited a day, went searching for him, couldn't find the dog. The dog I'm pretty sure passed on. But I mean, that I think a living thing, I think they do know.
Because, and the other question is that when you die, like when I shoot you now, what leaves your body is your consciousness. I think what do we describe as dead as humans is consciousness leaving your body. Because even if I shoot you now, your heart is still living. That if the medical people come, they can come and get your heart and donate your body parts to other people because the energy, I think, is still there. I think what we describe as death is your consciousness leaving your body, man.
Consciousness, which means either soul or your energy. I think it is true, yeah.
Yeah, when you die immediately, we pronounce you as dead because your consciousness left your body. But the energy is still there in your body because it's going to take a while before it is completely dead. Like the plant that I just made example of.
Yeah, it dies.
It dies when you take it out, but that energy and
it can come back as something,
is still going to feed your body and stuff.
Please do not refer to us as dead humans as nutritious because it makes you sound like a cannibal. Because you're like, that nutrition. Right after you said a dead body, that nutrition.
Yeah, man, I just thought of that thing now, man. We just declared you dead because of the consciousness that leaves your body, man.
I don't know, that's the one thing when I went on the first aid training, when that guy was like, when a person, even if you know they are dead, you still have to attempt to resuscitate them because you're not.
He told me the first
and I was
thing
like,
you are
just imagine if you're busy there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's not 4, it's 30, I think. It's 30 repetitions, and then you check. Just imagine how that, and then you know the person's dead. There's no heartbeat. You can hear the person was breathing, but you're still. Just imagine you have to apply that to a dead body. I'm like, yes.
And now that I'm thinking of it now, if you pass away, I'm going to want to stay with your body as long as possible because I was, by the description of what I'm saying right now is that your energy is still with your body, even though your conscious.
Just don't touch my body gift when I'm dead.
I'm gonna stay with you, though. I know there's nothing.
I'll be lying here dead like the fly is coming and
to take you to be part of you, man.
And then you'll still be welcome to the old yet new podcast. I'm Aji, and this is what is left of JB.
But you know what I think I want for my funeral? I want them to plant a tree or something there, plant a seed, so that my energy or something will.
I just want strippers on my funeral. That's all I want.
They take that plant to my house. So that
I don't want a funeral.
Experience my energy around.
When I die, I want to get cremated. I don't, because cremation means instant death. If you get buried, there still might be a chance you might return from the consciousness and you might claw at. Excuse just one cock thing about this, and you'll see there's a lot of baby spiders that are coming around. I'll have to fugate this place.
I believe that cremating you is that forcing your energy to leave you as quickly as possible. And I want that energy to be reproduced, telling you, as plants or as animals.
I'm an organ donor, you know that, ne? I'm a registered organ donor, so they can take everything that's inside of me. That is my energy that will be, and then they can just cremate me down, and then.
I actually want to be buried because I will be planted. They will be planting me to grow into something else.
Now they can take my body parts, they can plant them into different people, and then my ashes will get spread around by the family. But I don't want the people that cremate me must just throw me into the dustbin, fella. I don't want people to be sad. They must just.
So how long do you want them to keep your body before they cremate you?
Is that an option?
I don't know. I don't know how long they take you.
I'm still alive.
You die here, they take you to. I guess when you die, they still take you to hospital. But when you die, they don't take you. They take you to your morgue.
And then
you want to be cremated, or 3 days cremate me?
I want to be instant. As soon as I die, I don't want anyone to see the body. This is something.
Or do you want them to remove the parts that they are going to remove?
And then instantly cremate me. I don't want any person to see my dead body. Because that was something that bothers my mom till now. And
last image.
It was the last image of her father. So, and we were spared from that because we never went to see my father after this, because a heart attack does cause some swelling and the facial features to change, to become grey and stuff. Because my mom and dad used to work in a morgue. They used to work at Afpop. And now in Chapeleng, where she stays, it used to be the Afpop. It used to be Afpop, so dead bodies and stuff. But anyway, now long story short, what was I about to say? My mom saw her father after he passed, and she says that is the only thing she can remember of him till now. She doesn't. It's not that she doesn't remember all of the good memories, but whenever she thinks of him, she thinks of him on the morgue table. So my mom told us she really doesn't want us to see my dad
So
when he
that
passed. So we're not.
the
The only last memories we have
happy ones.
is happy ones. Yeah. So that's the same I want to have.
I saw you somewhere in the movie, that thing.
I mean, if I die, just cremate me. Just burn me somewhere there. It's fine. Just throw me in the barbecue. Fry me. Finish and clear.
Yeah. Now when I want to grow into something else, man, I'm telling you. A plant.
You can always plant my ashes with a tree or something. Because I know there's people that do tattoos and stuff with ashes and stuff as well.
But I believe that even when they cremate you, so if they cremate you, there will be smoke that goes to the atmosphere and stuff. So you will still be going back to
into the atmosphere.
Yeah, to NH. That's why I get we black people, when we do our ceremonies, there's some things that we ban for that smoke to go to heaven, so that we say we connect into our God. It is recently so that I got to understand in literal ways why we also slaughter things, because they say the blood goes into the ground there, and the ground, when the sun hits the ground, they're saying I get that melanin is produced, then it's going back to the sun and stuff. I saw it on TikTok recently. Somebody was talking about why we black people
do sacrifices.
So now that you still saying that you want to cremate, I remember even as when you do ceremonies, where there's part of whatever the sacrifice you are using, or sometimes we use cakes, and then we also burn the bones of the animal we used as a sacrifice, so that the smoke can go up, and we regard that as connecting with our ancestors. So you're still going back to NH. There's no way you're going to escape.
You know what you just said? Ancestors. You just said ancestors.
You know.
Jappy.
You know, this time.
It's very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
It makes the mistakes at the wrong time.
Yeah, man, you will still be going back. Because I get it, they say spirit is...
Your soul, it's your whatever, it's your fortak you smoke. Paula, flat. Oh, Father God, please. Please.
And I used to believe that water is one of the most important elements to life. I realize it's spirit. It's actually spirit.
Water is life, Muna.
No, you can go longer without water than you can go without breathing. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, I'm wrong. That's what I like about self-discovery. You realize you are wrong so many times, because if I was restricting myself that I'm right now, imagine when I was like, I'm going to tell people, even when you are here, you understand, it makes sense. I know, you are wrong.
But so you're telling me you've considered not breathing?
Yes, I decided when I was in my bed, no, man, water is not actually more important than air. Because
oxygen.
Air, when I Clark, in a minute. Water, you can go. I think you can last 5 days now, or 6. What is it? Without water and food.
I don't know. It depends on the climate, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a hot area,
you're going to dehydrate faster than you.
I'm gonna dehydrate.
You're going to dehydrate at a higher speed than in a cooler atmosphere.
I'm gonna dehydrate. I like that. I'm gonna dehydrate. My vape is flat. Give this is not good.
They say that's why they say God is when they do is.
God is the breath of life.
They say Father, the Son.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
That's why they say the Holy Spirit.
And then they kiss.
The Trinity of life, or whatever they call it.
I think Vikings also have a Trinity of life.
I realized when I was reading up on it. At
the end of the day, I have a feeling all of our religions are intertwined in some way. We just have different, like you said, different branches of believing. And at the end of the day, we're all people. We're all allowed to believe in what we want to believe. But I think we've said this in the Being South African episode as well. Just be considerate of the person next to you. Don't bash them because of what they believe. Support them in their religion, and then I think that's pretty cool. I mean, if you support someone will automatically support you.
Just promote love and kindness, man.
Peace, love, and hugs, and matekwa.
They mean together. It's actually one of the types of spirituality. Being social, they call it social, what spirituality. When you guys feel like when you are together, we are saving the higher peoples for just being together, like brotherhood.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take care of my neighbor.
I just want to do one
As
more
much
thing.
as I want my neighbor to take care of me.
Look. Green.
You
Look.
know, I like the brighter one.
Bright green.
I get I'm black. I want to be visible on the camera.
Don't. Okay, well, let me just put it on smooth again. Fuck, I like playing with this with fade. I like playing with the lights.
I leave the red one.
I'm a little kid when it comes to lights.
That's how life is supposed to be lived, man.
And they
Be a
say
little kid forever.
that's
I
what
saw this video of a white old guy. They were at the party, like it looks like it's at Miami Beach or something. There's 3 grandpas.
It's
Yeah,
like-
man, they're like this, and the ladies are in the beginning. I'm like, this guy's living the best
He's
life.
living life.
Yeah, man. I want to be like that, man.
I don't want to get old.
I want to enjoy, man. Enjoy life as much as I'm alive. Enjoy it, man.
Exactly.
Enjoy it to the fullest.
And that is what
Little
life is.
moments, big moments,
Bad, the good,
the good, the bad.
the old, the new. That is what's advertising right there. Subliminal.
Just enjoy life, man.
Subliminal advertising. Are we gonna
Be
end
kind.
Are we gonna end the episode, Gift? I'm very distressed.
minute.
I'm distressed, Muna. The thing is not working. It's dead.
Going to end the episode in a minute now. You see, you can even tell about our current topics, or we are heading towards closing now.
And I'm
telling them to love each other.
Yeah, you know, guys,
And the
Gals.
basis-
non-binaries, transgenders, whatever you might be. Thank you all for tuning into Old Yet New Podcast. I felt that.
Imagine when we finish our podcast like that,
Old
and then
Yet New
it closes by. But yeah, guys, that's what we are trying to share with you guys.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to promote love. Love for each other, love for your neighbor, love for
Because-
the person on the street. Oh,
The basic parts of their religion or spirituality is love.
and that's all it is. Thank you all for watching Old Yet New Podcast. Thank you all for watching the episodes. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, and if you do, hit the bell notification. I'm watching YouTube now, and I only learned these people are like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe,
and
and if you like it, I don't do that. I don't think we should do that. If you like
the content,
like it. If you
Like it,
if you don't like
if
it,
you like
please
it.
do not dislike though. I don't know how the dislike thing works. Just say it was cock. Write a comment.
yeah, comment there.
But,
so that we can ask for feedback from you. What
Yeah.
do you think is skag? So that we can improve.
We do have a TikTok
We
now.
always leave a room for improvement.
Yeah.
We never think that
And at least this is some improvement because I mean we also have additional cactus. Meet Kaki. So Kaki was 300 Rand and a mistake I made. I stepped into Legion when they got this. I was like, how much is this cactus? And I'm like, 300. And now
Where did you buy it?
At Legion. Now she takes out the cactus out of the packet. So me knowing if this cactus is out of the packet, I cannot ask her to plug it.
I know how nice
So now
you
I'm
are.
standing
I
there.
know how nice you are.
And this lady is unpacking the cactus. And she tells me, it worked nice. And I'm like, okay, I see. Nice. I put it on charge for you. She puts it on charge and I'm like, okay. Yes, I like the cactus. And I was like, how much is the cactus? And she's like, oh no, don't worry, I found out for you. And then she's like, 300. I'm like, that's fine, add it. And then I fucking buy this cactus.
We are one of the most kindest people I've ever met. You know, that's how I bought my phone covers.
Oh yeah.
I will never pay 350 for my phone cover, man. I buy phone covers for 120. This guy, when I take this thing out, put it inside my phone.
I like that.
This
This is nice cover, my friend.
The payment is going through now. You're selling me is $300 when the slip is coming out.
Sure. Guys, meet my dog.
And
This is
I'm
Gav.
too nice to tell him, okay, but no, what, no.
Was mijn geld?
I was like,
When you know what I have, the editing I have to do is if we continue on prolong and ending like this. Gav, wacht net. Ek wil net hê dat die mense jou sien. Moenie op my laptop trap nie, hond. I'm not racist dogs, you know. Well,
maybe someday I'm gonna reincarnate as a dog.
God, I hope you're one of my grandparents' dogs. And anyway, guys, thank you for our 50. We're above 50 now. Thank you for our above 50 followers on Instagram. Thank you for those that do follow us on Twitter, even if he accidentally posts his jokes and personal stuff on it.
I love
Even the-
people. I love to see people happy, man.
And then, like I said, we'll start uploading TikTok stuff. Gaf klim net dan af. And then he shakes the entire table and makes the loudest noise on earth.
And you can go cut the video now. You took the dog away from me. Now I'm sad. And I don't want the viewers to see me sad.
My arms on the side are hairy. It might look like a dog. But yeah, thank you guys, honestly, for accompanying us on this journey where we are exploring self-discovery as well.
And do give us your views and comments about the topic of today, or what do you think
If you
about religion, about spirituality.
And if you guys want to see a part 2 where we do bring a guest with a different religion and different point of view, hit the like button and we'll definitely make it happen. We have to ask them to hit the like button because
we love you all. We love you all, not God. We love you all, whether you're a Christian.
He's lying, he loves goals because, he's a soccer player.
Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you are Buddhist, you are
atheist, you are Oxfordian. You don't fucking show gang signs.
I'm showing now.
Oh, you can just do this. This is like the Chinese art.
That's how you all take pictures.
No, you have to do this. This is swearing in England. That means if you. That's
So this is swearing.
Don't swear, Muna. You might get us arrested.
I'm gonna post my picture and take everybody. He's going to the Queen's funeral.
We are about to get assassinated. We are about to get assassinated for gift throwing, gang signs, and swearing everyone in England. And then he casually.
When is the funeral?
I don't know. And then you just casually eat a chip after swearing every person in England now.
I love you guys.
Where's the cameraman? I can't let him know to come. Do you have my brother's number on your phone?
Just walk around and press it. I want to be the one who's left in front of the camera.
All right. While you guys stay at gift eating everything, this is a peace out, love, peace, love, and hugs. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and
see you on the next episode. It's on Sundays.
This episode will be out tomorrow, which is your today, which is your Kaufela. And then, we'll shoot another one on Sunday because Gift will have a hangover. He's going to go be partying in Bloemfontein. If you do watch the podcast and you're in Bloemfontein, and what the hell is that thing called you're going?
The Giants of Soul.
Whatever he fucking just said, you will find Gift there. Please do not arrest him. He does not.
For swearing at the Queen.
For swearing at the Queen. And if you do see some guys with guns, please let Gift. I still need him for Sunday's episode. Unless you are keen on replacing Gift, I will send you an email for the pod. And now the cameraman decides to come in before je eindig.
We've been waiting for him for about 10 minutes now.
We've just been talking cock with him. We just wanted to end this podcast. We don't love you at all. Just kidding. We love you. We love gang sign. We love you. Love you. Until
See you next week.
Until the next one. Peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye.